Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening, or good night. This is Jen at Jen's Arty Inclinations, a place to create, share, and play.
Hello, it's Junk Journal January time, which is hosted by Meg's Journals, and here are all the prompts. With today's prompt, depth. So, I have this piece of tracing paper, and then I've got all of these little die cuts that are seaweed and seashells. I have these fabric strips that are, just some sari silks. And what I'm doing is I'm making a pocket. It will be a deep pocket and it will give an indication of the deep blue sea. So that's how I'm kind of doing my depth. So I'm going to sew some fabric around the edges of this tracing paper, and I'm just working out how I can put my little sea-themed die cuts inside. And then it's pretty simple from here. It was actually a lot more simple than what I was thinking of inside my head once I got started. So I'm just sticking down the die cuts, just using art glitter glue, and they're sticking absolutely fine. Here I'm kind of, working out how it'll all look and popping it all in. And my last couple of pieces, on they go, and that's my little sea theme. Voila. And now I'm just popping the fabric around the edge. So I'm gluing the blue on, it's kind of the background around the edge. I'm squidging it up around the corner, and then I am going to simply run this under the sewing machine. So there really isn't anything too complicated about this. So the glue is just rough, kind of, a bit of a placeholder. So then I'm adding this lovely brown sort of colour as well, and I'm just clipping it with some pegs, and these are actually little sewing peg things, couple of extra lengths in the end there because the brown didn't go quite all the way around, and there it is, all sewn on. Ta-da! So I just did wonky sewing. I didn't try and keep a straight line. I just let it go all over the place. And here I'm just tearing off a little bit of the blue because, it was a bit too wide for my page or, for what I wanted. And, that's kind of fun, tearing it so that it gets that nice, rough, rustic edge as well. And I was very happy that it just tore so easily without tearing my whole pocket. A little bit precarious, but it worked. Now, where I've got that double join there, I just squidged up another bit of the blue, sort of held it, threw it under the sewing machine backwards and forwards a couple of times, and it's like a little flower. So that adds more depth again. All right, then I just grabbed some more strips, popped them across the top over the fold. I was going to sew all the way over backwards and forwards, but I ended up just sewing down either side. And that way it still, held on fine. I just pegged it on one side, held it on the other, ran it through the sewing machine again, and there you are, all done. So now I am simply gluing on the back of the tracing paper. So around 3 sides, and then that will make a lovely deep pocket that has some depth and some interest because it's got the different dimensions there with the different levels and the texture and all of that going on. And it was actually my background pages that made me kind of think of sea for this. So once I glued it on, I just held it on with pegs. All right, then I had these awesome colouring in postcards. They're actually on watercolour paper, so you can colour them in with watercolours or do whatever you want. I thought, perfect as a journal card. So I trimmed it down slightly, I rounded the corners, I sewed a bit of fabric across the top of that as well. And then a little saying, rays of warmth. So there you are. That is this piece all done. Quick and easy journal card to go inside. I love how you've got the see-through nature of the actual pocket itself. And yeah, just a bit of fun, really fast. As I said, it surprised me how quick and easy it was to do, so I might do more like this. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time, and in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy!